Welcome to Lights, Camera, Remake podcast, where we ask the question, has Hollywood run out of ideas?
Yeah, but today we're actually talking about bad movies that have good soundtracks. What a concept.
I'm Erica, and I'm here with an opinion.
I'm Bridget, and I'm also here with an opinion.
So Save the Last Dance was the first one I've come up with.
Oh, okay.
The soundtrack was really the strongest part of that film. It's got a lot of really good late 90s hip hop in it. It wasn't a bad movie because of Julia Stiles. I love her. She's a great actress, and I think she did well with what she had in that. Sean Patrick Thomas did a great job. Have you seen it?
No. Do I put it on the list? The ever-growing list? Wait, is it Save the Last Dance?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that one. Did it leave a huge lasting impression? No,
Clearly
but I can
not.
remember the cover. I can remember the poster.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what? I think if I watched it, I would have a little nostalgia moment with this movie. So, I think I should come back to that.
Yeah, I mean, give it a revisit and see what you think.
Have you seen the movie Sucker Punch?
Is that the one about the women who bust out of prison or something?
That's very close. It's a very confusing movie.
Because I think I have a movie that I've seen in mind, but I'm not 100% sure it's the right one.
It was released in 2011. Director Zack Snyder also did 300. So he's known for his overuse of slow-mo shots and over CGI and all that. So it's very CGI heavy and stuff.
So far, this is tracking for me.
So it's really about a young woman who is framed for murder by her father and sent to an insane asylum. And in order to mentally escape from the insane asylum, she imagines she's been sent to a brothel where she needs to dance to survive.
Yes. Okay, this is what I saw.
Does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yes. We allow people to like things, right? Your stupid popcorn movies are allowed. This is my stupid popcorn movie. I know it's not necessarily good. I enjoyed this movie so much when it came out. I would rewatch sequences. It was like music videos, like moments of she imagines she's fighting this giant monster and it's like a Bjork sound, like weird sound in the background going on and on and on. I didn't even know who Bjork was at the time. I did find out eventually. The soundtrack is really good and it's very eclectic. I don't know if I'm using the terminology right, but I feel like it's a little punk rock. It's a little bit of rap. It's a little bit of just electronic.
I imagine it's a lot of higher octane kind of songs.
Yeah, there is. Well, and also they do some covers of some famous songs like White Rabbit, which is by Jefferson Airplane. Emiliana Torrini did the cover of it. It was pretty well done. And that was in a very dreamlike scene where the girls imagine, or this girl imagines she's on a battlefield fighting for, this survival or whatever. But each thing is a different daydream. So it's kind of a confusing movie because you are in a story within a story within a story. There's always 3 layers. If you looked at what the movie is about escapism, well, there's a scene where, what they call it, where they put the pick through someone's eye and I forget what they call it.
A pick?
Not electroshock therapy. The other one. Lobotomy.
Oh, lobotomy. Oh.
They made commentary on that.
Don't they just drill a hole in your head or something for that?
That's basically what it is. They would use a metal pick. It's awful.
Ooh.
But they were making commentary in the movie about how bad these conditions were and how people fell through the system because this girl was innocent and, she was put there by her father to cover up the fact that he killed her sister. In pop culture, people were really digging into this movie and really upset at the kind of costumes the girls were wearing and how it was very sexualized, and they called them fighting fuck toys.
Oh,
which is not kind, but I get why they said that, but I do question the people who used the terminology. Did they see the movie or did they see the trailer?
Yeah, well, and I feel like that's more of a dig at Zack Snyder than it is at the women actors themselves.
Yeah, what's the actors are following a
They're
script.
doing what they were told and hired to do.
I call it a popcorn movie because I think it tries to be deep and it does fail on some levels because it's hidden beneath so many layers of skimpy schoolgirl outfits and things of that nature. But just watching individual scenes out of context, it's like a wild music video. There's a dragon at one point.
Yeah, there's something that doesn't really, it's not fully flushed out, or it's like it's trying too hard to do too many things or something. This is just my vague recollection of the film. I bet if I watched it with you, I'd enjoy it more.
Yeah, again, we'll get out the wine. We'll get some snacks, get a dog or two to sleep on the couch next to us, and we'll be good. Can you think of another example of like a bad movie that has a good soundtrack?
Well, this is very much my opinion. Miami Connection.
Oh, yeah, you've mentioned this one before.
I actually do like the songs from it, and I like the movie too, but it is objectively like a poorly made film. But like, I like the songs that band plays.
See, that's all it takes sometimes. And I'm realizing just how many movies I have not seen.
Just don't have a job and sit down and watch movies all day, every day.
Clearly.
That's the answer.
I have been trying to watch more things. Okay, Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, well, yeah, AC/DC. Yeah.
1986. It's an AC/DC soundtrack. And like Stephen King at the time, now he's gotten better. I really respect him as a writer and as a person.
Yes, he's a great writer.
He insisted on directing at the time. This was in the 80s. And he was apparently on all of the cocaine.
That's what I hear as well. Yeah.
It's a wild movie that involves electronics. It involves electronics coming to life and a semi-truck with inexplicably the face of the Green Goblin from Spider-Man on the front, which, as I recall, is never explained.
This is an example of a movie that I think is enjoyable. Even though you would objectively, you know, if you were a critic, I think you would say it's not a well-made film. But I do think that film is entertaining.
There are certain things, if you see it on TV, you're like, oh crap, that's Maximum Overdrive. I got the next 20 minutes free. Why not?
I'm pretty much always behind AC/DC.
They're good. I like them. I feel like that's my childhood, is listening to that kind of music. So, with my dad.
Yeah.
I enjoy silly movies like that sometimes. Like, I feel like it's worth mentioning that popcorn movies are not necessarily a bad thing. I hate it when I say like, oh, I finally watched like Cat's Eye or something. And somebody will be like, oh, that movie's terrible. And I'll be like, I didn't say it was great, but I finally watched it and I liked certain parts of it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why people get so anxious about like trying to hate on things. We're going to let people enjoy things.
Yeah. I don't ever want to, as they say, yuck somebody's yum. It's entertainment. And if it's entertainment that you enjoy, it doesn't matter if anyone else likes it or thinks it's a good movie or whatever. The point is that you're enjoying yourself.
I don't remember this one that well, but Queen of the Damned.
Oh, yeah. I never saw that movie, even though I do like Aaliyah.
I think people liked it. Like, the people who liked it really liked it.
Yeah.
The Last Action Hero.
Oh, wait, who stars in that one?
I think it's Arnold. In 1993, Last Action Hero was an 80s style action movie released only a few years too late. The same could be said about the soundtrack that features Def Leppard, Aerosmith, and Queensryche.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment too deeply.
Haven't either.
You know I do like Arnold.
Biodome? I remember the movie.
I don't remember who else was in that movie. Was it like Sean Astin or something? Brendan Fraser?
Was it?
It was one of those 90s guys.
Directed by Jason Blum. Cast, please. Pauly Shore as Bud McIntosh. Stephen Baldwin as Doyle Johnson.
Oh,
that's right.
Stephen Baldwin.
Nice. Biodome is a good one. That movie, whether you think it's good or not, it has a cultural impact where people will say things like, "Oh, I'll live in a biodome" or something. I feel like I've heard it in culture, like used as a reference. Just like anytime there's a huge technological advance, it's like, oh, that's Skynet. Let me see what's in the soundtrack here. We've got Psychobilly Freak Out by Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah, he's good.
We've got Shoot the Moon, Voodoo Glow Skulls, I Want Candy. We Care a Lot. Georgia the Jungle? What? I don't remember half of these. The Spider-Man theme? What is the soundtrack? I don't know. Oh, Jack Black's band is in here.
Tenacious D?
The Five Needs by Tenacious D. Biodome came out in 1996.
I feel like I'm sure that I've seen that film, but it's been since the 90s since I've seen it, I'm sure, if I have even seen it.
I feel like I need to rewatch some things. Xanadu.
Yes, because that's notoriously a bad film.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh,
yes,
Yellow,
it is,
yeah.
with Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, good band.
Oh my
I would
goodness.
watch it just for her, though.
Okay, so kids, there used to be these things called CDs. I was at this music store, and I found this in the sale rack. It was Electric Light Orchestra, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to hear whatever this is. And I put it in the CD player, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I was a little uncultured. What can I say? So it's funny, I heard their music in an episode of Doctor Who, and I liked it a lot better.
Now, I will say, music helps tell a story in a film, right? Like, it can help create a mood. It tells the audience how to feel about what's happening. It's a really important thing to put together. So whenever there's a good movie with a bad soundtrack, it's pretty disappointing. Although I can't think of any specific examples off the top of my head. Can you?
Yes. Now, the kind of soundtracks I usually like to listen to are not necessarily compilation soundtracks like what we've been talking about with popular music. A lot of the ones I like to listen to are the ones that are scores created for the movie and the universe and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why I was disappointed by that ELO CD. So I really liked this cartoon called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and M. Night Shyamalan did the first live action attempt at the movies. I remember going on the website in anticipation of the movie and listening to the soundtrack going, this is gonna be so cool, this sounds so exciting. And then I got to the movie theater with my friend who also liked the show, and we just sat there like, oh no, oh no. Why? And we walked out of the movie going, it was okay. And then we were both like, honest, like, that was bad, right? That was bad. Okay. At the time, I was listening to the soundtrack, anticipating a good movie out of it. And now I don't think I could hear that music at all. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
When Pandora got really popular, the music service Pandora,
yeah,
you could look up something similar to what you liked, and that was part of the Music Genome project they were doing. So I put in, like, I really liked at the time Evanescence.
Yes.
I would put in Evanescence, and then it would find me all these other similar bands. Oh my gosh, there was a number of them, but it was all basically like semi-goth heavy metal. But that's how I discovered a lot of fun music that way.
That's awesome.
So I would sometimes put in soundtracks and then hear soundtracks to movies I'd never seen. I still haven't seen 10,000 BC, but the soundtrack was decent.
I can think of a movie that's really good that has a soundtrack that I don't like, and that is Eraserhead.
Eraserhead. Okay, what's the soundtrack like for that one?
It's like a grating, drony noise, like pretty much through the whole film. And it's effective, but it's awful, and I never want to see that movie again.
That's fair. But the first thing I thought of was the movie Pi. Have you ever seen Pi?
No, I haven't seen Pi. That's an upsetting one too, right?
Uncomfortable.
It's made by the same person who made Requiem for a Dream.
Exactly. And that's why I never got around to Requiem for a Dream. It was Darren Aronofsky, which, there's other stuff of his that I think I've liked. But yeah, I feel like that one had a very uncomfortable sound to it. I think the worst thing you could say about a soundtrack is I didn't notice it or I didn't care. You don't want a soundtrack to be too distracting. You want it, like you said, to build on the action and propel it forward and tell you the emotional beats. So normally you're just kind of absorbing it at the same time as watching the visuals, hearing the dialogue. It's all layered together as one piece. I just find it funny that I can't think of bad soundtracks, but maybe those are the ones that we just don't think of at all.
Yeah, maybe so. When I think about Jurassic Park, they are John Williams doing that soundtrack. Obviously, he is a master of his craft.
John Williams, the man.
He did a wonderful job with that, and I felt like he nailed enhancing the feeling that the filmmaker wanted us to have. Spielberg, right?
Yes.
Am I remembering that?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Oh, no.
You got it.
I can't believe you didn't remember who made Jurassic Park.
How dare you? I'm really angry at these dumb ladies who don't know their movies. Jurassic Park is, at one point, a horror movie. But it's also about the majesty of these creatures, right? So it looks at them in both regards.
Yeah.
And the music in that movie, when Sam Neill and Laura Dern's characters are coming up in the 1993 Jeep and they see that Brachiosaurus for the first time, and that music just swells, and you could see it in their faces, but you could also hear it in the music, just the majesty of they're here, they're alive, it's beautiful, it's graceful, it's incredible. And the music really sells that for this part of the movie. And then later, of course, it gets more exciting and it gets more dangerous and the music follows suit. So I think that's a great example, especially just Spielberg movies in general have been great about like telegraphing the emotion of the scene into it and having equal parts majesty and a little bit of terror. Because even something like E.T. had beauty and a little terror in it. I really like Spielberg stuff. I really do.
Well, and I think similarly, John Carpenter does a great job of his soundtracks.
Is he a musician?
I don't know what his training is like.
Oh.
But I know that he's done a lot of his own soundtrack work.
Wow, that's incredible. I have heard recently that James Gunn really loves music too. So he'll literally play music on set to get everybody in the same headspace. And it sounds like for the new Superman movie, he had the composer start writing the themes ahead of these scenes actually being shot so they could play the music over the scene like and get them in all the mood. I think that's kind of cool.
That's a good idea.
And I also like the idea of being comfortable to play music on set. Is that weird? Like sometimes people are so serious and so like you have to do your job and it's like and like there's some of that too. Like we got work to do.
Of course.
But you know, we're going to be here all day. We're going to be here for 12 to 15 hours. Let's not be so regimented. Like, let's have a little wiggle room to be human.
We're on set so much of the day when we're filming that you have to make yourself comfortable. Like you have to find those small ways to make yourself comfortable on set.
This actually was a topic posed to me when I was at a pool party with some friends, and it got into a whole discussion, and I was like, this is worth talking about just because, you know, I'm a big fan of soundtracks myself, typically the ones that are scored, but like sometimes the compilation soundtracks can be really good, and sometimes you get a really kicking soundtrack. They put a lot of money into the music, but maybe not a lot of thought into the story.
See, there you go.
Thank you guys for joining us for this little bonus episode. If you have any other ideas for some fun topics we could talk about, please let me know. We have an email, lightscameraremake@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram, lightscameraremake podcast.
Sharing is caring.